Let's make a budget and a debt payoff plan for a family of 5 from Pennsylvania with $10,000 in credit card debt. As always, the spreadsheet is available for you at the top of my page if you want to crunch your own numbers. Their household income is $95,000 a year. They bring home $7,225 a month, and after their expenses and minimum payments on their debts are subtracted, they should still have $2,700 left over. Taking a quick look at their expenses, their groceries are $1,000 a month because they run a home daycare, so they're also including the daycare food in this cost. But there are definitely some expenses missing here. The total of everything that was submitted is about $4,500. They said that they're in the negative every month, so what they can do is go into the spending log and start keeping track of every single time they spend money. That's going to help them find that extra $2,700 and hold them accountable for their spending. Then once they do that, everything will automatically flow over into this budget overview tab and tell them exactly what percentage of their money they're spending on what category, and they'll really easily be able to make adjustments to their budget to make it make sense for their family. They have $1,300 saved for emergencies, which is a great start, but I always recommend having at least a month of expenses saved before you start trying to pay off debt. For them, a month of expenses looks like around $4,500. So I would focus on building up that savings before I jumped into paying off credit card debt. Then moving on to their debt calculator, they have a total of about $10,000 in credit card debt across 2 different cards. One of their cards, the one with the $8,600 balance, that's a zero interest card until July of next year. And the other one has such a small minimum payment that it's not even covering the interest on the card every month. So if we take a look down here at the monthly breakdown, on credit card number 2, the minimum payment is $25, but the interest being paid every month is $27. So they have to be paying more than the minimum in order to be making progress on the balance of this card, or else it'll just never get paid off and the balance will keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So my goal for them would be to have them have all of their credit card debt paid off at least before this credit card starts accumulating interest again in July of next year. So in order to do that, they would need to put at least $600 extra on top of the minimum every single month. And considering that they had $2,700 left over, if they wanted to be a little bit more aggressive and pay it off as quickly as possible, putting an extra $1,500 a month on top of the minimums would have both cards paid off in 7 months. And paying off the credit card debt would be a huge accomplishment for them, but I would say that the most important thing that they need to do is build up their savings, because that's probably the reason that they ended up in credit card debt in the first place, is because they didn't have the money saved to be able to handle those unexpected or irregular expenses throughout their life. So then something comes up and they need to use a credit card, and it's not necessarily that they don't make enough money, it's just that they don't have that money saved. So I would say focus on saving, building up that savings. Ideally, you'll want to have between 3 to 6 months of expenses, but I would save at least a month of expenses, then pay off this credit card debt, then go back in and try to bulk up that savings to 3 to 6 months of expenses.